I can tell you next on deck then would be Nick Levendofsky. Nick, are you here? Okay. We'll take Jennifer if she comes back in. We'll take her next.
I have copies here.
Okay. John? Somebody over there? Okay. And you're with the Wisconsin Farmers Union?
I am.
Right here in Madison.
Right here.
Welcome.
Our home office is up in Chippewa Falls, so if any of you represent that area, thank you. But we do have a little legislative and membership shop here in Madison. So, good afternoon. Thanks for the opportunity to speak today. Chair Swearingen, Chair Strobel, members of the committee, thank you again. Wisconsin Farmers Union is a family farm organization that greatly values grassroots democratic processes, and that includes fair maps here on the state level. Wisconsin Farmers Union believes that citizens' democratic right to vote is diminished and voter turnout is reduced when voters do not get to vote on competitive races or have meaningful choices at the polls. Wisconsin Farmers Union supports the creation of a nonpartisan entity to perform all future redistricting for city, county, state, and federal offices here in the state of Wisconsin. And we're proud to say that we are farmers for fair maps. I'm wearing a sticker that says that. I have stickers if anyone is interested. And, you know, I have to step aside from my testimony just a little bit. We were at the Dane County Breakfast on the Farm about a month or so ago, and someone came up to our booth and they said, why farmers for fair maps? Why do farmers care about fair maps? Why don't we all care about fair maps? Sure, it's a catchy slogan, and it's great to stick it on a sticker, but everyone should care about fair maps because everyone should care about the future of our democracy. The aforementioned bills do the exact opposite of what our members have passed in their grassroots policy, and they appear to be a continuation of Wisconsin's highly partisan biased maps. We cannot support them as written. We've heard a lot today about the problem with gerrymandering, and I'm not going to go into all the details that I've written out here in my testimony, but voter disenfranchisement, uncompetitive races, extreme partisanship, voter and candidate confusion, and then unnecessary expense when it comes to fighting these maps in the courts. Those are the problems. We're here to look for solutions. We're here to look for solutions to the problem. So the first one I'm going to share with you is to give a public hearing to and pass the Fair Maps Bill, Senate Bill 389 and Assembly Bill 395. They create a fair and transparent process for all future legislative and congressional redistricting plans here in Wisconsin. The bill directs the Nonpartisan Legislative Reference Bureau to draw redistricting plans and establishes a citizen-led redistricting advisory commission to have an impartial role in developing new electoral maps. This bill's not been granted a hearing since introduction in June, while these bills that we're hearing about today have been fast-tracked. That's not fair either. If we're going to have a process that's fair, we need to hear from every side. We need to stop spending taxpayer money to defend gerrymandered legislative districts. There is no justification for spending taxpayer money to oppose fair legislative districts. Voters want the legislature to spend tax dollars on roads, schools, internet, clean water, not on costly legal battles over redistricting. I would also say we need to stop making this a partisan issue, and I was shocked this morning when Speaker Voss said we should not do what our friends in Illinois are doing, because I think that might be the first time in history that I could say I agree with Speaker Voss. He's right. We shouldn't do what our friends in Illinois are doing. We shouldn't do that. No one party should have ultimate power, ultimate control. We should look at our neighbors, though, to the west, in Iowa. We should look at their commission as an example of what we can do to move this forward in a positive way. Wisconsin citizens overwhelmingly support a nonpartisan redistricting process. In fact, 56 counties representing over 80% of Wisconsin residents have passed resolutions urging legislators to support nonpartisan redistricting reform. 32 counties have held referenda on nonpartisan redistricting reform, and all passed with an average of 70% of the vote. To ignore this overwhelming support for nonpartisan redistricting is to ignore the will of the people. Thank you for the opportunity to present our views on this very important issue, and I'll stand for any questions.
Thanks for your perspective, Nick. Appreciate it. Any questions for Nick from the committee?